You would think that a life gallivanting through space would be an endless string of exciting locations, and mostly you would be right. But sometimes my job on the courier ship is just a job, and occasionally that job sucks. Like most jobs, it sucks when the people do. Today would have been unpleasant enough because of the location. A jungle area thick with plants, fog and heat. I dislike sweating. I got to do a lot of it today. I also got my hair caught in the umpteenth different twigs and branches, completely messing up the braid. But all of that could have been fine, if the clients were nice. Nope. Snooty little buttheads of the same species as the captain, completely uninterested in acknowledging the rest of us, and ready to argue about the price of the delivery. I stood there beside all the crates we just unloaded, wanting to take a nap on the hover sled, but knowing that it would probably just make Captain Sunlight look bad. So I just sweated and waited, next to the Frillian twins and Myrrh, all of whom seemed to enjoy the sauna temperatures. The lizardly heat-seekers did too. Lucky me, the only one not either cold-blooded or from a semi-aquatic background. They could have gotten someone else to help with this delivery, but the rest of the crew was busy loading up our next shipment, and I hadn't realized how distasteful this would be. The items clearly smell rank, argued the lead client, especially that crate. I can barely stand to be near it. Once again, said Captain Sunlight, with more patience than these people deserved. They smelled like that when we accepted them, as I have noted right here, and we travelled with exceptional speed. I just can't justify paying the full price for a small product. You are paying for the delivery, not the product. The argument went in circles while I unsigned and undid my braid. Might as well fix that while I waited. There wasn't anything else to do. When one of the underlings gave me a glare, I rolled my eyes and stepped behind the Frillians. Blip squared her shoulders and blocked me from sight. How dare I catch their attention with my unsightly mammal fur, I thought, finger-combing the leaves out. No appreciation for... I'd found a loose hair and also an idea. I tucked the strand into my mouth while I redid the braid, then tied one end of that stray hair to the pen from my pocket, and the other end to my finger. This was a trick that had gone over well in elementary school. With the fog and the way hair was exotic here, I was curious to see how it did. Captain, I said politely, stepping forward, perhaps they would like to pay the full price if we throw in the secret of how I can move small things with my mind? Captain Sunlight quoked a brow ridge but played along. Valuable information, she said. What do you say? The clients whispered to each other and argued for a moment, then demanded a demonstration. I happily obliged. With the fog blocking out any traitorous rays of light that could give the game away, I held the pen out on my left palm, making dramatic flourishes above it with my right. I affected a look of deep concentration. Wiggling the fingers of both hands, I lifted my right and, lo! The pen rose into the air. They bought it. Such goggle-eyed expressions. I had to work not to snort in laughter. Instead, I stood up straight and caught the pen with my left hand, bowing while the clients all talked at once. Captain Sunlight may or may not have known how I'd done that, but she was no fool. She took their payment as quickly as they offered it, then managed to usher everyone else back towards the ship without making it look like they were preparing to run. Go ahead, she said to me. Share your secret. It's quite simple, I told them, snapping the hair from my finger. All you need is a single strand of human hair. I tossed them the pen and stepped behind a bush while they caught it in surprise. Now, they could have chosen to laugh and offer to buy some of my hair. They could have pulled the same trick on their friends and maybe won some bar bets or whatever. They didn't. I'd made the right call by ducking out of sight. They were yelling some extremely rude things when Captain Sunlight sped past and leapt onto the hover sled. Back to the ship, she said. Blob pushed the sled through the undergrowth at a run, with Blip jumping forward to clear a path, and Mo scrambling up beside the captain. I wasn't small enough to get away with that, so I followed behind Blob, and kept an eye out for pursuit. Luckily for us, they decided to stay there and be grumpy instead of chasing after us. They'd gotten what they paid for, after all, even if I'd used slightly more than my mind to move the pen. That was a great trick, Mer shouted from the sled. I didn't realize your head tentacle was useful. So useful, I called back, ducking a branch. Sometimes it even works on other humans, though they usually figure it out pretty fast. I appreciate the quick thinking, said Captain Sunlight. I'll keep it in mind for future negotiations. As long as they aren't the type to end in violence, I said. I was pretty sure these guys wouldn't fight us about it, but I couldn't be sure. Oh, these were former crewmates of someone I know, the captain said. They have always been eggholes. Great, I said. I hope they enjoy the pen. It's almost out of ink.